Hi friends, a very warm welcome. I am back with my next JQuery tutorial. It's the tutorial number 4. In the last tutorial we learned about the various events in JQuery. Let's see what we will learn this time. What are JQuery effects? How to use different effect features available. Hide or show effect, slide effect, animate effect, stop effect, callback functions, chaining of effects. Let's see what are effects. Effects are the visible changes in the appearance of the selected HTML elements that get triggered by some user action. For example, hiding an element on the click of a mouse, change the dimensions of an HTML element when you hover over it. The first jQuery effect that we'll look at is the hide effect. It is used to hide a visible HTML element. It takes two parameters, speed and callback. The second effect that we'll look at is the show effect. It is used to show a hidden HTML element. It too takes two parameters, speed and callback. We can also use a toggle jQuery method to switch between hide and show effects. Let's see how we use it in our code. This is my code. In my previous tutorials, I have used Notepad to edit my code. This time around I am using Visual Studio simply because the code is more readable and it offers intelligence. I have two headings, two paragraphs, two buttons on my page. Let's see how it looks. This is how my page looks. Let's hide the suppose I need to hide this paragraph on the click of a button. I have a hide button here. It has the ID hide button. So I select this button and on its click I hide this paragraph. Let me replace this show with hide. And then I have a show button. It will show this paragraph that we hid earlier. Now let's see how it works. I save it. I refresh my browser. I click here to hide. See that the paragraph gets hidden. Now when I click on this show button, it will show back again. See, it appears again. This is how show and hide effects work. If we want to toggle between these both, I can write toggle here to make it more meaningful and replace the ID with toggle button. Replace this text here with toggle. And copy this ID, place it here. So now when I'll click this toggle button, the paragraph will toggle. It will show and hide. Let's see how. Go back to my browser, I refresh it. Here's the button, click here to toggle. I click it, paragraph gets hidden. Click it again, it appears back. The next effect that we will be studying is the fadeln effect. Fade-in effect is used to fade in a hidden HTML element. It takes two parameters as well, speed and callback. The next effect is the fade-out effect. Fade-out effect is used to fade out a visible HTML element. It too takes two parameters, speed and callback. Let's look at it. Let's name this button fade out button, and here we write fade in. Fade out, fade in. Copy this, place it here, copy this, replace it here. So here we replace show effect with fade out. Fade in, save it. So on click of the fade out button, that's this button, I will fade this paragraph, and on the click of this button, fade in button, I will fade in this paragraph back to its visible state. Save it, go back to my browser, I refresh it. I click on the fade out button, my paragraph fades out. I click on the fade in button, my paragraph fades in. The next effects to study are fade to and fade toggle. The fade to effect is used to fade an HTML element to a given opacity. The opacity value ranges from 0 to 1. It takes three parameters: speed, opacity, and callback. The fade toggle effect toggles between fade in and fade out effects. It takes two parameters, speed and callback. Let's see how they work. Go back to my code. I write here fade toggle key, toggle, and here fade to, fade to. Copy this, paste it here, copy this, paste it here. Toggle. That's 2. Now first let's see how fade toggle works. I save it. Go back to my browser, I refresh it, and I click fade toggle. The paragraph disappears, it fades in. And when I click it again, the paragraph fades in. So it fades out, fades in, fades out, fades in, and toggling takes place. Let's see how fade to works and how is it different from fade in and fade out. The first parameter, as you can see here, is the speed, and the second is opacity. Speed can either be slow, fast, or you can give it in milliseconds. I give it slow speed, then opacity ranges from 0 to 1. I type in 0.3. Let's see how it works. Save it. I go to my browser and refresh it. When I click fade to, the paragraph fades out partially up to an opacity of 0.3, and that too slowly. That's how fade to works. The next effects in line are slide up and slide down effects. Slide up effect is used to slide up an HTML element. It takes two parameters, speed and callback. Slide down effect is used to slide down an HTML element. It takes two parameters, speed and callback. You can also use slide toggle jQuery method to switch between slide up and slide down. Let's see how to use them. Here's my code. I need two buttons, one for slide up, one for slide down. I type in slide up button. Here I write slide up. Here slide down. Slide down. Copy this. This to chair. Copy this. This to chair. Replace fadeln with slide up. Replace this text with slide down. Remove these parameters. Let's see how these work. When I will click the slide up button, the paragraph will slide up, and when I will click slide down button, the paragraph will slide down. I save this. I go to my browser, I refresh it. Let's see what happens when I click slide up. Paragraph slides up. When I click slide down, the paragraph slides down. Let's also see how slide toggle works. Slide toggle. Slide toggle. Copy this. Paste it here. Save it. Now on the click of the, let me replace this text as well, make it more meaningful. Slide toggle. So when I click this button, the slide toggle button, I will be toggling the paragraph. It will slide up and then down, then up and down. So toggling will take place. I save it. Go to the browser. I refresh it. I click the slide toggle button, the paragraph goes up, I click it back, the paragraph slides down back. So this is how it's used. The next event or the effect that we will be studying is the stop effect. The jQuery stop effect is used to stop an animation or effect before it is finished. The optional stop all parameter, it takes two parameters, stop all and go to end. The optional stop all parameter specifies whether also the animation queue should be cleared or not. Optional go to end parameter specifies whether or not to complete the current animation immediately. Let's see how we use this. Here's our code. I need two buttons to show the use of stop effect. One is slide up, copy this, paste it here, right. I give it a speed of 1 millisecond, 1000 milliseconds. So, and the second button that I'll be using is the stop button. Copy it, paste it here. Here goes stop. So what I'll be doing is that while my paragraph is sliding up, I need to stop it, and to stop it I'll click the stop button. So let's see how I do it. I save it, go to my browser, I refresh it. I have a slide up button, I have a button to stop it. First I slide up, I stop it. To make it more noticeable, let's slow down the speed. I make it 5000. Let's save it. Go back to my browser, I refresh it. I click to slide up. It's sliding up slowly. I click the stop button and it stops sliding up. That's how the stop effect is beneficial. The next effect that we'll study is the animate effect. Animate effect is used to create custom animations. The parameter defines the CSS properties to be animated. Other two parameters are the same, speed and callback. With animate effect, you can change the dimensions of an HTML element. Let's see how we do it. Go back to my code. I need a button, animate button. Animate. Paste it here. I replace slide up effect with animate effect. Let's change the dimensions of the stop button with the help of the animate button. Copy it, paste it here. So on the click of the animate button, I'll be changing the dimensions of the stop button. The first parameter. In the first parameter, we pass the dimensions. We use it to set the dimensions within the curly braces. Suppose I need to set its height to 250 pixels. And then I set its width to 250 pixels as well. And the second parameter is for speed. give it a slow speed. Let's see how it works. I save it, go to my browser and refresh it. Now when I'll click the animate button, I'll see that the stop button has enlarged. Its dimensions get immediately changed. Let me click it. Here you go. You can see that the dimensions of the stop button have changed. They have increased. So animate effect is a very useful effect. Makes your code more dynamic. Let's see how callback functions can be used. Callback function is executed only after the current effect is finished, like showing an alert after an HTML element is hidden. Almost every effect has a parameter where you can write the callback function. Suppose I want to hide an element, and after it is hidden I want to show an alert. So let's see how we do it. I need a hide button. Hide it. Just it here. Paragraph. Here I replace the animate effect with hide effect. I don't need these parameters. I give it a slow speed, or maybe 2000 millisecond speed. And the second parameter is the callback function that I write. I show an alert within this function. It will display a message hiding. When I click the hide button, my paragraph will hide first, and then the pop-out will show hiding message. Let's see. I save it, I go back to my browser, I refresh it. When I click hide, my paragraph having ID will be hidden, and then I will be shown a message. So I click it, my paragraph hides, and then I get the message hiding. Why we require it? Why we require a callback function? We can also write an alert in the next line. So let's see how this code works. Save it. When I click the hide button, my paragraph will be hidden, and alert will be shown hiding. But what's the difference between a callback function and writing that statement in the next line, not as a callback function? I save it, I go back to my browser, I refresh it. Now when I click here to hide, I get the message, but my paragraph is not hidden. So this message doesn't get displayed after hiding the paragraph. When I click it, we see that the paragraph disappears. So that's the difference. If you want a particular sequence, then you've got to use callback function. Now we come to chaining in JQuery. You can chain together multiple JQuery effects within a single statement. Until now we have been writing JQuery statements one at a time, that's one after the other. How chaining works, let's see. Suppose on a click of a button I want to change the color of this text in this paragraph, and then I want to slide it up and then slide it down. How am I going to do it? I will do it with the help of chaining. I change it to chain button, chain, copy it, paste it here. On the click of the chain button, I need to change its color. I'll be using CSS. Color to red, and then with the dot, I'll slide it up, giving it a speed of 2000 milliseconds, and then after sliding it up I slide it back down. Slide down, I give it a speed of 2000 milliseconds as well. I move this line, I don't know if you call it. Let's see how it works. Save it. I go to my browser, refresh it. When I click this button, what I'll see is that my paragraph's text color gets changed to red, and it slides up, then it slides down. There you see. Chaining is a sequence of effects and is very useful. So I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe and like and comment. Check out more interesting videos at the link below. Thank you.